Welcome to Portugal and the city of Lisbon. The site of the 1998 Lisbon Expo saw the second round of the Cuervo European Wakeboard Tour in association with Mastercraft get its official launch. With the patronage of the mayor of Montemoro Novo, the event attracted a lot of interest with many influential people keen to see just what wakeboarding was all about. Among the riders donning their board shorts for the display were Portugal's own Chico Lopez and Andy Meyenberg of Switzerland. After some dazzling moves in some tricky conditions, the spectators were left with no doubts about wakeboarding. Philip Hodler summed it up.
This is big fun out there.
The following day, the riders regrouped at the small village of Cibaro, just 19 kilometers north of Montemoro Novo. The venue was at the Ski Club do Alentejo and the view was incredible. Everyone was keen to get out on the water, rinse off the dusty weariness of travel and get a healthy shot of adrenaline as the contest kicked off with the qualifying rounds. Of the two groups, only the top 5 of each group would progress to the semi-finals. Each rider has to impress the judges in 3 subjective areas: execution, which is how well they perform each trick; intensity, which is how high or big the riders go; and composition, which is about the variety of types of tricks in their pass.
Alright everybody, check it out, 1-2, we're here at the second tour stop of the Cuervo European Wakeboard Tour here in Portugal. Check it out, 1-2, 1-2.
So it's time for the Pro Men's Final, and this is the running order, with the highest qualifier and defending Tour champion Cyril Canaro riding last. The spectators are ready, the judges are ready, and the assembled TV crews are ready as the winner of the Spanish Tour stop, Rodo Vintung, starts off his run after squeezing into the finals by the slimmest of margins.
Here I come! Coming to get you! Oh! Alright, y'all! See, it goes like this,
It's a big and clean first pass for the Tahitian, who we found preparing for his run earlier. Could this be the secret of his success?
C'est une sorte de yoga. Non, je me relaxe en fait.
It's a sort of yoga. No, I'm relaxing actually, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I don't really know much about yoga, but maybe I'll give it a try. On the other hand, Huchi gets Rodo's second pass underway. But the whirlybird goes wrong and doesn't quite follow Rodo's visualization of his perfect pass. He comes back to the Crow Mobe for good points and goes for the whirlybird again for his spare double-up trick, but still fails to get those valuable points. Everyone loves a good crash, and the crowd give Rodo a round of applause for his trouble. Next up is Switzerland's Philip Hodler. It's a scorching pass from Philip, and he's certainly happy. He wraps the handle for a KGB to start his second pass, but this time luck deserts him. Hardy Tunison of Germany is next up, having impressed in the earlier rounds. It's a clean first pass for Hardy, and an S-bend kicks off his second as he makes the absolute most out of the big clean wake thrown up by the purpose-built Mastercraft X-Star boat. He goes for a whirlybird on the double-up to end his run. It's a stand-up pass, no falls, but less technical than Rodo, who still heads the scoreboard. Stefan Traeger's on form this year and is keen to improve on his 6th place in Spain. Stefan's riding on double-up boards this year, and he's floating it high above the water with a Huchi glide to start his points tally. A big scarecrow is followed by an even bigger front flip, one of Stefan's trademarks. A 360 and a tantrum to blind end a clean pass for Stefan Traeger, and everybody awaits his second pass. He stays up after nearly burying the board and looks set to lead the scoring. The technical crow mobe adds valuable points with just the double up to go. He crashes out on a hoochie glide to fakie, and that could be a serious mistake, with vital points being lost, but he takes the lead from Rodo. Francois Roy of France gets underway with his first final so far this year. After being sidelined by injury for most of last year, Francois trained in America over the winter and now possesses a fantastic degree of ability and style. This Moby Dick is a big point turner, and he ends an excellent first pass with a 540. Things aren't going so well in the second pass. A rough landing is soon followed by a wipeout on the whirlybird. The 16-year-old rides on, but he knows his chances of victory are slim. For the double up, he goes for a wrapped tantrum. This is called a wrecking ball, but inconsistency strikes again, and Francois stays behind Vintung and Traeger on the leaderboard. Up next is a determined Andy Mayenberg. He's on his third year on the tour and still without a victory. At the age of 30, some might think he's too old, but the ex-gymnast shows that he just keeps getting better and better. His trusty Tootsie Roll serves him well once more, and a big 360 ends a good first pass. This beautiful lake in the Evora region near Montemaro Novo has picked up a bit of a breeze for the return pass, and he confidently wraps up for a KGB and sticks it. The whirlybird adds heaps more points, and Andy's on fire. He's happy with that, and he's got the double up next. The boat crosses its own wake, and Andy hits the big double up with a Moby Dick, but crashes out. Let's see that again. He throws a big tantrum, goes for the 360 handle pass, but loses the landing. He's okay, and the crowd know they've seen a great run. But will it beat Stefan Traeger, and is it enough to fend off Fabrizio Bonelli? More big air from the Italian, sticking a crow mobe to end his pass. An Indy tantrum kicks off his second pass. Although he's sticking it all, he really needs more technical moves to have any chance of victory. If he can stick the double up, it might just be enough. A back roll to blind would have been great, but it ends with a swim. Cyril Canaro knows that he needs to stand all his tricks and the double up for any chance of victory, and even then those tricks are going to need to be big ones. An off-axis 540 will score well along with the other hand hoochie, all these little tweaks adding value to the basic trick. He wraps up for KGB and sticks it beautifully after having had trouble with it in Spain, and he holds on to the crow mobe. But he crashes out on the tantrum to blind, ending his chances. So in the ladies' event, Buster Lutgert once more takes the top step of the podium, but as the results show, Emily and Gillian, who tie for second, are not far behind. In the intermediates division, Portugal's very own Chico Lopez takes the victory in front of an ecstatic crowd and wins a snowboard and a watch. Kent James has to settle for second, with Seth Cowenhoven in third. In the pro men's, it's Andy Mayenberg who just gets ahead of his compatriot Stefan Traeger after a very close final with less than half a point separating them. Fabrizio Bonelli is third, with Cyril Canaro in fourth. Andy Mayenberg leads Rodo Vintung and Bonelli in the overall rankings.
It was a big surprise for me. First time I win competition like that, like European Cup. I'm really surprised. I can't find the words. I'm so happy.
The tour heads to France next for the third round. Watch all the action right here.